Okay, so I just recently was um, making all the videos for my bands that I thought have sold out, in my opinion, or have just gone through too big of a change. So that got me thinking about, on a positive note, maybe I should make a video of, new albums I feel are really good. At least I think they're really great. So I might, be able to recommend a few things to people who watch this. So, these aren't necessarily the most, they don't have to be most recent, like, hot off the press release, but just some bands or some albums that I think you should check out that are fairly new. So, okay, so again, I'm going to go in alphabetical order. Alright, so first I'm going to talk about the Acacia Strain's Wormwood. I've heard only good reviews from this album. It's classic Acacia Strain. It's, got the super low end guitar. It's got the, I don't know. Truthfully, I haven't been listening to the Acacia Strain all that long, but I have all their albums, so I just sort of like listen to the progression, and in my opinion, they just keep getting better and better. So I would recommend buying that entire album. Actually, I can't even pick off a couple songs. I mean, but if you've heard the album, you know what I'm talking about when I say Tactical Nuke is ridiculous. Like, if you like breakdowns, that is just so awesome. So yeah, Wormwood by the Acacia Strain. It's a good album. Okay, now this next album, as of right now, has not been released. It is In Dreams by After the Burial from my home state, Minnesota. So I will be getting an advanced copy of it 3 days before the actual release date, so win for me. Anyways, I've heard 2 of the new songs off this album, and what is it? Live, I heard My Frailty in January, so that was almost a year ago. Wow. But and then I heard on their MySpace, Breadcrumbs and White Stones. I think that's, yeah. Anyways, so After the Burial is just really solid band. It's really great progressive death metal if you like that. So I'm assuming, since most of the people watching my channel are from Minnesota, that you know After the Burial. If you like metal, progressive metal, death metal of any kind, I would definitely suggest them if you haven't heard of them before. So I guess I can't make too many assumptions about the new album, but I'm guessing, hearing from their 2 new songs, they haven't, I mean, obviously they're going to make a progression in their musical style, but it's not like, it's not going to be a bad thing. Excuse me. So yeah, definitely look out for that album, In Dreams, November 23rd. So, yeah. Okay, next is Alesana's The Emptiness. Now, when I first heard Alesana, I heard, Ambrosia, off, On Frail Wings of Vanity and Wax, I think that's the album. But, they just sounded way too whiny for me, so I didn't get into them that much. And then my friend said his brother said that their new album's really great. So I unfortunately found this out 3 days after they had come through on the Emptiness tour with the 4 opening bands, which I all love now, of course. We Came as Romans is my favorite band. The Word Alive, Of Mice and Men, Skylar Drive, and Alesana obviously headlining, but yeah, so I'm really sad I missed that tour, but I got the chance to see them on Warped Tour, and really good live. Yeah, but this new album, the Emptiness, I know it's got some theme behind it of someone's wife or girlfriend or something being murdered, but anyways, so I listened to that, and it's a really great album. I mean, you can tell they have 3 guitarists. You can there's just a lot less, like emo whininess to it. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you're looking for, just one or two songs off it, Curse of the Virgin Canvas, The Murder, Thespian, I would definitely recommend. So yeah. Okay, this next segment's gonna be a little bit short, but it's about As Blood Runs Black's new album. I don't even know when it's coming out, but Instinct. But it's been a long wait for As Blood Runs Black fans. I mean, their first album, Allegiance, came out June 6th, 2006. So, I mean, it's been a long time. But they're a really cool band. I really like that album. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to look like with, 3 of their 5 members having left. So I'm not sure what to expect, but I hope it's good. Okay, next I'm going to talk about As I Lay Dying's The Powerless Rise. Now, I am really, really happy what As I Lay Dying has done on this album. It's almost heavier than their last album. I mean, As I Lay Dying's kept a very solid, I know, you go through changes, obviously, through each album, but, in comparison to Avenged Sevenfold, or Slipknot, like I was talking about in my other video, where it's you start out with this cool heavy stuff, then maybe you switch record labels, get more fans, and all of a sudden it's, I have to appeal to a better audience, a bigger audience, so they turn it more mainstream. So I think that's really hard to not do that in the music world of today. So I'm really proud of As I Lay Dying for having kept their true heaviness about their new songs. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. I mean, from beginning to end, it's really solid. Beyond Our Suffering, Adenine C, Parallels, if you want a little bit lighter. But yeah, I heard Beyond Our Suffering first, and I was like, wow, this is fast and ridiculous. And so yeah, overall, a very, very great album. Okay, next I'm going to talk about Attack Attack's self-titled album. Now, I got the chance to see them live, 2 months after this album came out, and so they did a smart thing, played about their set list about half and half new versus old songs. And, well, actually, I'm seeing them in, 40 hours or something like that. So I'm excited for that, even though I was just recently on Facebook, and just yesterday their guitarist and clean vocalist Johnny Frank announced his departure from the band. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, although I did hear a new song on their MySpace, and it sounds, even though their screamer Caleb Shomo is doing the clean vocals now, so it's going to be a different sound than what, well, I guess, their oldest album, they've, I guess now they've lost a vocalist with each album. So I thought they did, they went obviously through a change on the last record. I love it though. I mean, AC-130 is amazing. That album, or that song, just makes me want to punch things. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I really hope their live performance isn't crappy because of his departure 3 days before I saw them live. But yeah, so anyways, go out, buy that album if you haven't already. It's awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong with a song titled named Sexual Man Chocolate, right?